found.
The fleet has arrived at the Requital flagship. However, if we proceed any further, we will be within range of her formidable defenses. I await your orders, Empress Celestina.
What a behemoth of a ship. Are you certain you can defeat them?
Yes, I believe so. However, our numbers are not yet what they should be for this kind of assault. We will suffer heavy casualties unless we wait for reinforcements from the Fourth Fleet.
I agree. The responsible thing to do is just sit back and wait for the cavalry to arrive.
But what if the cannon fires again? Then an entire planet will be lost.
I know this isn't easy for you, and this may very well be the greatest threat Prodigium has ever faced, but we must be patient. We'll get through this. Together.
Yes, you're right. Miyamoto, we will wait for reinforcements.
What the fuck is going on here?
Is that... It's the Mary Celeste. What are they doing here?
Well, they're traitors to the Imperium, aren't they? Yeah. They're probably here to save Blythe.
If that is the case, would you care to explain why the Requital are trying to shoot them down?
Who gives a flying fuck? Celestina, we gotta make a move, right now.
But you literally just said we should wait for reinforcements.
Well, babe, I did not account for these scumbags showing up. This is our chance to end them. Send in the troops. Their sacrifice will be both noble and necessary, and those that perish will be remembered as heroes. Send them in! Go, 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 go!
Erark, you are in no place to determine what is heroic and what is not. I am the commander of the First Fleet, and the only one here permitted to give a tactical assessment of the situation.
And I'm the only senator left. Pardon me, but this is far beyond a military problem at this point. This concerns every single constituent in the galaxy.
The time for politics has passed, so save your nonsense for somebody who cares.
Both of you, enough! It is no accident.
This is making the Koi Planet run look like a drunken beach holiday. Demi, give me an entry point.
I suggest the section of wall directly ahead of you. It appears to be damaged from our previous visit, and a few good rockets should open an entrance.
Alright, I open this fucker up. Gonna make a landing and start looking for Blythe.
He made it inside. The mad lad actually made it.
Oh, my! That man is a rather good pilot, isn't he? I can see why we failed to capture him for so long.
This is unbelievable. Of all the days to be sorry, pick this one?
How do you intend to find her, Captain?
Guess I'll follow the trail of corpses.
I distinctly remember saying that I would kill you if you ever came back here.
And
And I distinctly remember telling you to shit in your hat and punch it.
You crazy son of an actual whore. You came to save me again, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I'll put it on your tab.
I hope you know what the fuck you're doing, or we're both going to die here.
Then I regret to inform you that I'm both terrified and making this shit up as I go along.
I assume you landed in the Phoenix. Is it still in one piece?
For now, but that might change if your fuckhead friends get to it before we do.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's murder our way back!
You know, I always wanted to fight by your side again.
I was always proud to have you.
Really?
Yes, at least when you were sober.
So, almost never.
Pretty much. Move out. I will handle this. Get out of my way! I will handle this. Insult! One step forward. Which way do we go now?
This is embarrassing, but I kinda got lost in the moment, forgot to keep track of the turns. Oh, wait! That corpse with the missing arms looks familiar.
Right or left?
What? I said arms, as in they're both missing.
No, you fucking idiot. Do we turn right or left?
I'm putting me money on left.
Running out of time! The Bukake cannon doesn't take long to recharge, and we need to destroy it before that happens!
Hold the fuck up. I never agreed to that. Getting in here was a bloody nightmare. Getting out is probably gonna be worse. We've already got the Imperium Navy to deal with, and now you're asking me to try and take down that cock cannon you built while your defense grid tries to rip us apart?
We have to. I'm not going to let that fucking asshole Arark win.
Blythe, this is not the time for bullshit revenge.
This isn't about me.
Really? Not even just a little bit?
Okay, maybe it's sort of about me. But if we don't take out that cannon, he's going to fire it at the Cloy. And then the Teely.
Damn it! One hand, fuck those losers. And the other, Teely aggression will not be tolerated. I cannot let any harm befall Lizzie-chan.
You're unbelievable. Come on, let's go.
You know, it just occurred to me that this is the first time we've ever been in a fighter together.
You're right. So you better pilot your dick off so we make sure it's not the last.
Look, they're actually trying to destroy the cannon.
But it's charging up again! There's no guarantee they're going to be able to take it out before it goes off. This is crazy! We're risking the future of an entire planet betting on these criminals!
You're right, Erard. This is completely devoid of logic.
Thank you. Now can we please kill everyone?
No. I'm saying, despite the supposed lunacy of it, I believe in them.
You what? Oh no.
Good to go.
What the fuck should we do? Aim for the balls?
No, they're made of pure deuteranium. It would be pointless. The Bukaki cannon has 3 main power supply units. Take those out, and the cannon won't be able to spray the pop shot.
Righto. Let's make this fucker flatten.
You will do nothing of the sort. Skin sacks.
The Requital are sending strike craft after you. This will not be an easy task.
It's my soon-to-be-dead mainframe.
Correction, General. Almost always a Rock's mainframe. You will find any attempts to destroy me quite futile. I have been thoroughly studying your battle tactics, and I know exactly how to defeat you.
You think reading the strategy guide is going to save you? I don't think so, you filthy casual. I'll turn you into crap!
We are victorious!
Goodbye, old friend.
I did it. I actually did it. You were right, Empress.
Yes, I was. This is exhilarating. I finally put my faith in someone that didn't let me down.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So, how about that giant cock laser? Who saw that coming? Get it? Coming because it's a giant.
Hello, Elizabeth. Good to see you again. You're certainly looking older.
Lily, my dear lead researcher, are you still having as much trouble keeping your word as you do keeping your legs closed?
Oh, no, she didn't.
Keeping my word. You told me that my work would be respected. Instead, you took my research and turned the manticores into cybernetic abominations. How dare you do that to my babies?
Maybe we should leave and let them work this out?
Fuck that! I'm cracking open a beer and watching this train wreck go down!
You're just upset that I wouldn't let you turn the creatures that were supposed to be fighting for us into your own personal prostitutes!
That's why you had me thrown in the brig, isn't it? You were jealous that I created something that could take better care of my pussy than you ever could.
Forget the pints. Bring us the toys, yeah? This is getting hot.
Wait, you two were. No way.
Of course we were. I fuck everyone.
Just admit it, you slut! Things were getting too hot for you to handle, so you backed off! Just like with us!
I took my leave because I realized I stuck my fist in crazy, and I wasn't going to wait around for the situation to explode.
All right, ladies, please. I think we can all safely assume we're all on Team Erarch Fucked Me here. We should be retracing our steps all the way back to the beginning to figure out why he decided to do that.
You're right, Fortune. As much of a raging slag as Blythe is, Erarch is still the biggest wanker in this equation.
I agree that dealing with Erarch should take priority. So I'm willing to put my personal issues with this walking manticore cum dumpster on hold for the moment.
Tell us how it started. We need to understand what's going on here.
After I was betrayed and defeated at the Battle of New Vegas, the captain came to rescue what was left of me in the Solar Military Prison Inferno. We escaped the sector together, and then I asked him to join me in getting revenge. He declined, so we decided to go our separate ways. And after you left, I found someone that had recently been dishonorably discharged from the Solar Military Science Division, making a living installing illegal augmentations in some disgusting shack inside a rusty Medicraft.
At least I had employment. You were just some bitter one-armed bum that wouldn't shut up about how you were going to destroy the government. By the way, that's not the best thing to do when you're a fugitive with a kill-on-sight classification.
Lily did a remarkable job replacing my arm and repairing the rest of my body. I told her one day, when everything was sorted, I'd repay her. I made a list of everyone I intended to kill. My first target, Admiral Wilf, was residing in a solar colony not far away. I gave the few credits I could steal to a group of smugglers to get me there. Unfortunately, the ship was intercepted by an Imperium patrol. They killed everyone on board and cornered me in the cargo bay. That's when Erark stepped forward.
Holy shit. You were on your way back to New Vegas, weren't you?
How did you know?
Because I found those smugglers for Erark. He told me they were delivering weapons to terrorists, but still, it was such an easy job that I couldn't figure out why he would want to spend so much hiring me. You were the target. He wanted to be 100% sure he got you.
Well, he did. Erark asked me what I would do if I had a chance to overthrow the Imperium. I told him I'd burn the capital to the ground and personally run my sword straight through Empress Cassidora's black heart. Then he smiled, turned towards his soldiers, and shot them both. "You're going to get the chance to prove it," he said. We sat together in silence on the bridge of his ship until we arrived at the hangar. It contained the wreckage of the SS Turbulence, all of it harvested from the Battle of New Vegas. He told me we were going to rebuild it, and even bigger and better than before. My revenge would take the form of the Requito. He also said if I ever told anyone of his involvement, he would deny it and send the entire Imperium fleet to destroy me. Once the credits started rolling in, I went back for Lily.
Blythe told me the Requital needed an army for sorties, so I made her the Manticores. It's when she asked me to make weapons of mass construction that I began to suspect I was doing something slightly less moral than I could accept.
Ha! So that was Project Puppet Master.
And that's where Fortune comes in.
Actually, it was long before that. I had recently launched a series of cyber attacks on high-profile Imperium targets. Erark took notice. Long story short, he reached out and managed to talk me into doing some personal business for him. The jobs are all vigilante work. It didn't make any sense that a politician would actually spend his own money to clean up the garbage. But now I realize he was just investing in my trust. Eventually, he began to ask me about my plan for revolution. We both knew we'd need to put a team together, so we began to look at candidates. He told me he had his eye on a scientist that could make us soldiers, and was unhappy with their current position. That's when I extracted Lily. I would have never guessed, not in a million years, that he was putting together two parallel operations.
And now I understand why he told me not to go after Lily. He was sending her to the B Squad.
Sod off, Blythe! You're the B Squad!
That's right. This fucking ship is A all the way.
Erark told you not to go after Dr. Margulis, but you still hired me. Why?
I can wager a guess at that. She's a vindictive shrew.
I'm vindictive? You stole Mr. Tinklebottoms!
Mr. Tinkle, what? What is that?
This is Mr. Tinklebottoms. It's a priceless stuffed animal that traveled with me here all the way from Earth. What kind of evil bitch takes a childhood toy from her ex on the way out?
Really? Don't get me wrong, because I think you're a proper lady and all, but fuck me, that's seriously uncalled for.
All right, maybe I went a bit too far, but that doesn't mean she had the right to put a bloody contract on me.
Why? Did you send a huntress after the Mary Celeste and almost kill everyone here over some stuffed animal swiping carpet muncher rage? You know what? I never thought the day would come when I'd meet someone with a worse temper than me.
This is unfucking believable. I saved your life. How could you do that to me?
You were dead to me. We were supposed to avenge our empire together. Instead, you refused and ran off. And what reason did you give me? Oh yes, so you could drown in cheap drugs and expensive whores for the rest of your life.
That That's not true at all. I clearly said expensive drugs and cheap whores. There's a big fucking difference, mate.
Oh, is there any discernible benefit to allowing this prattle to continue?
Come on, Captain. Can you seriously blame me if I thought you were going to become nothing more than a loser of no significance?
No, after what happened between us, I can't blame you for doubting me. But look what I've become. I'm the captain of the ship with the highest bounty in Prodigium history, and I've packed it to the brim with the sexiest, strongest Sheilas in the galaxy. And clearly, every last one of them cares about me more than you ever did. What do you have? Nothing but a failed dick flop of a terrorist organization, and your only friend in the galaxy is a stuffed dirty cotton child's toy.
Damn.
Who's the loser now?
Blythe, I believe it would be best if you left the room.
For once in a long time, Doctor, there's something we actually agree on.
Well, I didn't think it was possible for things to be more awkward than when you brought the Huntress back.
I also can't think of any other RPG where two villains in a row switched sides and became recruitable right at the end of the game, but hey, here we are.
Whoa, man. So, you're like the bad guy?
You could say that. And who are you?
I'm Dalek the Mechanic, brah. I take care of the Mary Celeste. Oh, and I made that stealth magnet bomb that tore your ship a new asshole. Pretty fucking genius, right?
As much as it displeases me, I must offer some begrudging respect to anyone that can bypass my defense grid and penetrate the hull of the turbulence. By the way, you're Veneran, aren't you? Or at least half of one.
Yep, that's right. And it looks like you're about 3/4 of a solar. You lose that arm in battle or unsuccessfully trying to pull the stick out of your ass.
You're sharper than you look.
Appreciate it. Hey, you want to take a hit off this? Might make you feel better.
Well, I can certainly see you belong on this ship.
Pardon me, but you just seem like you've got your panties in one hell of a bind, and I'm just trying to open you up a bit so I can make you feel better. Wait, I didn't mean it like that.
It's all right. Besides, I don't wear panties. Now, shut the fuck up and give me that stupid thing.
Whoa, lady. That's some serious shit I got packed in there. You might want to ease up on the intake.
I've done this before, okay? It may have been a while, but I know what I'm... Fuck me.
Are you okay, man?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm seeing doubles, though. Actually, make that triples.
Are you by any chance looking at my balls? Because then you're actually fine. Venerians are supposed to have 6.
Oh, interesting.
So, that air arc guy reamed you pretty good too, huh?
Yes, he did. And he will regret it. That I can assure you. But you know what? Even though my hatred for Erarch is greater than any other absolute fuck that's ever tried to end me in the past, it seems so insignificant right now.
I guess that hit mellowed you out pretty good.
It's not that. It's because I'm ashamed. I was this close to destiny, and it all went to shit. I fucked up everything because of my anger yet again. And now, every person I've ever respected is dead or has chosen to leave me.
That's not true. What about the captain? And Lily? They're here.
Lily? Fuck that bitch forever for what she did to Mr. Tinklebottoms. As for the captain, our history is complicated. Someone I greatly admired once asked me to swear an oath to protect him. At first, I saw him as nothing more than a pathetic obligation, and I hated him for everything he chose to be. I always pushed the captain to be disciplined, to focus, to become stronger, so I wouldn't have to worry about him anymore. And in the end, I'm the one that tried to kill him.
Yep, I see where you're going with this. That's about as bad as you can possibly fuck up that kind of arrangement.
You see? I even failed to keep my promise. And when I finally realized what he meant to me, that same promise prevented me from getting what I did want. It doesn't matter. Now he thinks I'm a goddamn psychopath loser. And he's right. The only way I know how to feel better is by getting revenge. But now, I have no one to blame but myself for this fucking mess.
Who says revenge has to be about violence?
You're not going to start rambling off some insightful moral tale from your backstory that somehow relates to my current situation and makes what I need to do in order to fix the problem at hand clear. Are you?
It is a bit tropey, but hey, quit breaking my balls and listen up, alright? Being as pretty as I am, I wasn't exactly popular with my fellow Van Arens. They thought I was a loser too. Useless. Some fucking trash-diving weirdo that spent all day sifting through the Imperium dump site on my planet. No matter how I tried to fit in, they didn't give a fuck about me. Until we got word the planet was about to crack. Then, the fact that I could slap together a shuttle with a stealth drive from a pile of scraps suddenly meant something.
Are you saying that you're the one responsible for saving the Veneran from extinction?
I could have easily left them all to die. But seeing the look on the faces of those fuckers when we made it past the Imperium blockade is still, by far, the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life. And brah, I've done every drug in the fucking galaxy. What I'm saying is this: the best revenge is proving the people that doubted you wrong. For someone like Erarch, yeah, that means killing him.
Oh yes, that's definitely going to happen.
But for Lily, the rest of the crew, and especially the captain, it's proving to them they were wrong. Because the fact that you feel bad in the first place proves you're not a complete fucking psycho. Now, all you gotta do is say you're sorry if you let any of your asshole tendencies push them away. Or almost get them killed. Like, multiple times in your case.
Fuck, you're right. But still, how exactly do you apologize to someone for putting a hit on them?
Well, I'm no expert when it comes to relationships, but speaking as a dude, nothing says, "I'm sorry for trying to have you murdered," like putting a dude's balls in your mouth. Plus, you kind of implied you had some kind of weird residual feelings going on anyways, so yeah.
You dumpy little red bastard. I don't know how to thank you for this.
You could show me your tits later.
Absolutely not. Bye.
That fucking guy owes me so hard for this.
Permission to enter, Captain?
Look, Blythe, this ain't the time to start getting cute with me. I've thought it over, and I think it's best we find you somewhere safe while the rest of us figure out this Erok situation.
I don't think so, you fucker. I'm staying.
I don't think that's such a good... Are you high right now?
I saved your life. You saved mine. But now, you saved mine again. We're not even. Plus, I sent an assassin after you, so I definitely owe you now.
Why did you always care about me so much? I never understood it. There were plenty of blokes just like me under your command, ones that weren't complete pissheads. You never let them get away with half the shit I did.
The truth is that I loathed you. Do you know why? Because even when you were a complete fuck-up, you always found a way to make me proud.
Did you just say you were proud of me?
Yes, I did.
Wow. That means a lot.
Captain, did your cock just get hard?
Oh shit! Sorry!
Sorry for what?
Because you've always been like a mum to me. But you've got these giant, amazing tits and ass, and oh, when you yell and talk down to me, it confuses my dick so much.
I always look for the best solution in the long term, Captain. I think there's a tension here that needs to be removed. Also, I'm so pissed off right now that I've got to take it out on something. And I really rather it be you than that six-balled imp in the hangar.
At least I know where you got the drugs from now.
Enough stalling. Look, soldier. You can either fuck my ass, mouth, and pussy as hard as you can, and in that order. Or I'll find someone who will.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to make certain we understand each other. This is your ship, and you are the captain. For that reason, I will listen to whatever orders are given. That does not mean I am required to comply. I will only comply if I agree with those orders. If I don't, I will make that clear. If you fail to respect my wishes, I will make you regret it. If you purposely disrespect me, you will earn a great deal of pain in the parts of your body you would least like to feel it.
Now there's the terror of New Vegas. The recruits used to tell all sorts of stories about how fucking scary you were.
Really? What kind of stories?
Is it true you personally executed the entire crew of a slaver ship by dropping them one by one into a vat of acid?
Please, that's just ridiculous. It was a trash compactor, and I crushed them all at once. I was on the clock.
Did you cut a Solar Corporal's hand off for making a titty squeeze motion towards you during a war room briefing?
No. He was drunk and bet me 100 credits that I couldn't put a knife into him from 30 faces. It's his own fault it got stuck in his hand.
Why's that?
He raised it to block his face.
Can't say I blame him.
He could have moved instead.
Could have aimed for his leg or something.
True. But where's the fun in that?
Okay, last one. And I just need confirmation or denial. Did you really know the pilot? The guy who flew Gulag 4 through the wormhole?
Yes, I did.
Holy fuck! What was he like?
You asked me to confirm or deny, and I did. End of discussion. Don't think for a moment that I will ever forgive you for what you did to my ship. The Turbulence was my pride and joy. The greatest ship I ever commanded. To know that she is to suffer this fate, to be taken from me yet again, fills me with rage. Which is precisely why I think someone like you doesn't deserve to command a ship like the Mary Celeste. I begrudge you, though. She is a hell of a vessel. But a ship is only as good as her captain. You'd better make sure you do right by her. And by your crew as well. You don't deserve them either, by the way. Also, it would be best if you did not consider me part of your revolution. I'm here of my own accord because I see this as my best opportunity to maintain 100% lifetime average when it comes to sworn vengeance. My bionic arm has plenty of features that I'm sure you'd enjoy. Vibration settings? Check. Maximum jack-off velocity? Got it. Rotating wrist section for supreme fisting action? Of fucking course. Also, this arm is capable of generating 4,000 kilograms of force. That's enough to comfortably crush a solar skull. You just remember that the next time I've got your worthless dick in my shiny metal hand.
This might be a little out of nowhere, but I always wanted to hear about what it was like going through the wormhole. We never really talked about that.
That's probably because I don't remember all that much about it. I was very young when it happened. I do recall the colors. When we hit the jump, I saw shapes and colors that even to this day, I cannot truly remember because they simply cannot exist in my imagination. They were shapes born of the void, almost alive, almost playful.
Did they say anything?
It is not about what they said. It is how they moved. How they made me feel. It was like they were trying to show me that everything was going to be okay. That this was supposed to happen. That prodigium was our destiny. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but it really felt like that. I am not a woman of religion, Captain. I only believe in strength. And I certainly didn't see anything concrete, or any images that could be construed as a prophecy. But I am telling you, that's exactly what it felt like. Prophetic. And amidst the brilliant multitude of colors, I heard only one discernible voice. It said, freedom. I do not know who this voice belonged to, nor do I care. But it was right. We did get our freedom. before that. There was so much confusion once we arrived. That's probably why it's so hard to remember. No one knew what the hell was going on. It wasn't until we felt the ship land that it all started making sense. The pilot came to our cell block. Everyone was screaming at him. He yelled something back at us. I can't remember what it was, but everyone got really quiet. He talked for a little bit longer, and then he opened the cells. It was dead silent when the bar slid open. We were almost afraid to step out, like it was some kind of trick. We didn't trust him. You must understand, most of us were convicts our entire lives. I was born inside the system and had known nothing but cold cells for my entire goddamn miserable existence. I was actually the first one to step forward. I remember now. My mother followed me, not the other way around. The prisoners surrounded the pilot. It was tense, but every single one of us followed him out. When the blast door slowly creaked open, we saw the muddy soil of the planet that would eventually become New Vegas. It was my very first glimpse of the outside world. Of any world, actually.
Crikey. Life. I don't know what to say.
Everything changed at that moment. We were not only free from our confines, but we were far from the corrupt reaches of those that confined us. So, of course, we celebrated our freedom. People were crying, laughing. It all stopped once the Imperium ships descended. It simply traded one prison for another.
No kidding. Fucking hell. So you actually knew the pilot? I can't believe it. What was he like?
Why are you so interested in him?
Something happened a while back and I can't wrap my head around it. One night, this drunk old bastard tapped me on the shoulder when I was working at New Vegas. I was a bit legless at that point, so I asked him what he wanted. He just kinda stared at me. I looked around and everyone was staring at me too. That's when I realized it was him.
You met the pilot?
I guess. We didn't talk or nothing. He just asked me if it was me, and I said, yeah. Then he said, "You're doing a real good job, cunt." That was it. Then he left. It was one of the strangest things that ever happened to me.
Actually, he said the same thing to me when I took over.
Really? Wow. Why do you think he said it to me? He probably barely knew who I was.
He was aware of your work. You were an important man in New Vegas, so we talked about you sometimes.
You've got to be shitting me, mate. Wow. What'd he say about me?
Sorry, Captain. That's classified information.
Erark, I figured you'd show up here sooner rather than later.
Nice to see you too. How's Celestina doing?
She's a scared, sensitive young woman dealing with the fallout of the most ludicrous day of Prodigium's history. She's understandably quite distressed by the pressure. I suggest you come back another time so she can calm down and relax before properly deciding the next course of action.
Really? what if I'm exactly the person she needs to help her relax? Did you consider that?
As an admiral in the Imperium Navy, it's not my place to speak my personal opinion.
That's exactly what I thought you'd say, you fucking drone.
I wasn't finished. However, if I am asked for my opinion, I am welcome to state it. I never liked you, Arark. It wasn't just the blatant disregard for respecting your profession, common decency, or even your general worm-like nature. It's because you're hiding something, and you always have been. The saddest part is, I don't think you even know what it is. You're just certain that deep down inside you, at your very core, there's something foul and rotten. And you're desperate to keep anyone from seeing the truth.
You're wrong about me, Miyamoto. I'm just afraid you'll find that out too late.
But I will find out. Rest assured, Senator. I will.
That guy's gonna be an issue. Celestina? You okay, babe?
What has become of the galaxy? What of my people?
I just finished giving an emergency address. Considering the whole Complanet fiasco, it's amazing how much things are actually calming down.
Azorian is dead, and Casadora is lost beneath the Bukaki blockade. There are only 7 of us left, and the others in the Coven scattered in fear. They would not speak it, but I know why. Casadora turned them against me. Now, they believe I had something to do with this.
You're right. I couldn't stop her from getting to them. But at least we still have each other.
Perhaps. But my faith in you has been disrupted. The way you acted during the battle at the Requital flagship, you sounded just like Casadora when she screamed vicious influences into my ear.
You're right. I was out of line. But unlike Casadora, I assure you, it was only because I was trying to protect you in your position as Empress.
Protect me? It seems those criminals you begged us to destroy were the ones trying to protect me.
If that's how you really feel, then it's time I showed you the truth. As the executor of the Veil, you know it is my job to not only receive your decrees and put them into motion, but to spy on those that would threaten the Imperium.
What are you saying?
Those people aboard the Mary Celeste did not care to save you. The captain, this mad lad, I said that he was acquainted with Blythe for a reason. He used to serve under her in the Solar Navy. As you can see from this footage, they had a falling out.
None of this would have happened if you had joined me when I asked.
I knew it was a mistake. I looked into your eyes while you were chained up in that infirmary, and I saw a monster staring back at me. I knew whatever honor you had was gone back then, and that's why I didn't come with you.
At some point, he became aware of Blythe's plot to neutralize the Senate. Naturally, being a filthy criminal, he had no objection to this. It was only when she threatened the Teely homeworld that he took action.
Teely aggression will not be tolerated. I cannot let any harm befall Lazy-chan.
I assume you are familiar with Lazy-chan.
Lazy-chan? I don't know how anyone could think that she is not the most beautiful and talented T-pop star of all time. Of all time.
That is why he destroyed the cannon. To protect his waifu, not to assist you, or to protect the people from evil. And as far as his overall objectives go, he's made that perfectly clear. You asked for me to investigate what happened at the Temple of Defilement, so I did. And I found Azorian's death was no accident.
It was you. You screwed my entire species.
You're right. It was no accident. They killed him.
I became aware of this just before the battle, but we had to act fast. There was no time to tell you. As soon as I saw the Mary Celeste arrive, I knew we had to destroy it. I tried to explain, but that dick-ass Miyamoto wouldn't stop questioning me every step of the way.
I'm so sorry, darling. Please, I beg for your forgiveness. I should have never doubted you. Now those animals are roaming Prodigium free to prey upon my people. What am I to do?
No, Celestina. What are we going to do?
What are you talking about?
It's our destiny to save Prodigium. Though the Veil dictates the ruler of Prodigium is meant to be celibate, you now know that scripture is nothing but a weapon that threatens us all.
Yes, it is a trap that must be disarmed.
Then let us achieve peace through our union. I love you, Celestina. Marry me, and we will rule as the first Emperor and Empress of Prodigium.
Oh, Erok, I really like you.
Wow! Wow!
Darling, I'm sorry. It's just my premonition. It's still unclear. The hand of the man that reaches out to me, it must be you. It cannot be any other. But if that is true, I don't understand. We have already joined our hands in sinful embrace, yet the premonition remains in my mind.
Well, hand-holding wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Your plan, the things you've said, they make so much sense. It's almost too perfect, actually. But I want to marry you. I really do. I just need more time. Will you wait for me?
Sure, babe. I understand. I respect you as a woman and your feelings, and I'll give you all the time you need.
Thank you.
But those fuckers on the Mary Celeste are probably going to try and kill us both, so is it okay if I crash here? It is the most heavily guarded place in the galaxy, after all.
Yes, that would be wise. However, I worry that your presence will cloud my judgment regarding this matter. Could you possibly stay at your own place until I'm ready?
Yeah, sure. It's not like we just established it's your fault for letting those assholes live, and now my life is in constant danger or anything.
Oh, darling, I knew you'd understand. I'm going to take some time to meditate upon this. I'll call you.
And I will, unfortunately, be waiting.
Before I say anything, I just want to thank everyone for joining this crew. And more importantly, for believing in the revolution. We've been through a lot together.
And that's exactly why we're not gonna fuck about with the truth here. Celestina showed us mercy at the SS Turbulence, but that bullshit artist Erok came out and told the entire galaxy that we killed Azorion.
But we did kill Azorion.
In self-defense, Erok's address made us look like a gang of homicidal outlaws.
But we are a gang of homicidal outlaws.
Look, the point is, she put us right back on top of the Imperium shit list.
That means the vast majority of Prodigium wants us dead at this point. If you thought things were hard before, I'm sorry to say they're only going to get worse.
That's why I want to put an option on the table. I was worried things might come to this one day. So, before the whole thing even started, I prepared a new identity, untraceable bank accounts, and a safe house for each of you. The Captain, Lily, and I have all agreed we're willing to risk it. We're going after Erok, no matter what the cost. But we can't ask the same of you. You have to decide for yourselves.
Anyone that wishes to step down at this time will be given their credits and instructions to reach their respective new hideout. Also, we will wish you the best of luck in not getting killed on your way there.
Also, any of you mates that back out from the suicide mission will not be thought a coward by anyone here. But I will be really, really fucking disappointed in you, and you can't come to my birthday party. Well, if I'm still alive by then, that is.
You know I have a particular dislike for backstabbing bastards. You helped me with my traitor problem, so I'll help you with yours. I'm in, Captain.
You helped me become the Grand Master of the T-Rena. And every single time I needed a hard drink and a hard dick, you were there for me. There's no way I'm not gonna be there for you now.
Yeah, and when it comes to your dick and making dreams come true, I never could have shown my magnum opus of a pussy to Prodigium without you. I'm so down for this.
You helped me take back the greatest vibrator ever made from a bunch of prudes that only wish to exploit its masturbatory majesty. You're going to need an infiltrator on this one, and I'm happy to be your girl.
The prospect of undertaking the most dangerous assassination mission ever is enthralling to me on a carnal level. Also, I basically have no choice anyways due to the whole life-debt thing.
You Sheilas are gonna make me fucking cry. So, every last one of you is with me?
You have my sword.
And my bow.
And my bong.
And my hammer! Check it out. I already wrote Erard's balls here on it. Don't worry, it'll wash off later.
It's settled then. We stick together and we go after the cunt. Here's to the merry motherfucking Celeste and the greatest goddamn bloody ripper of a crew a bloke could ever wish for!
Do a wonderful job, well done.
Let's do this. Thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by apologizing for being late to the mission briefing. Apparently, I got really high last night, and I seem to have overslept.
Hey Demi, can you check the records and see if this is actually the first time in the Mary Celeste history anyone's felt the need to apologize for that?
Confirmed, Captain.
This is hard for me, but I also want to apologize to the rest of the crew, especially Dr. Margulis, for the unfortunate episode of Lady Fucking Wrath that you all got caught up in.
Thank you, Blythe. Your apology is accepted. Also, I would like to apologize to Mr. Tinglebottoms for abducting him against his will. Though I'm sure he will attest to the fact that he was treated like every bit of the fine, upstanding gentleman he is during his time with us.
He already has. And he wanted me to tell Auntie Lily that he forgives her as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Tinklebottoms?
You betcha, General.
Oh, you're such a sweet little boy.
What is this about, Blythe?
I'm here before you because I know you're all afraid. After all, the revolution we dream of is now faced with almost impossible odds. The kind pretty much anyone would look at and think, you know what? Fuck it, let's call it a day.
Blythe? No one's thinking that.
But I'm telling you, if you run now, you will spend the rest of your scared little lives knowing that somewhere out there lives a scumbag that pushed your shit in and never paid for it.
General, there's no need to make a fuss. We already...
Yes, in time, your butthole will recover. You might possibly begin to forget that he didn't even have the common courtesy to use lubrication, or pull out and come on your ass instead of inside it.
Oh dear God. Blythe, please!
But there will come a day when you try to sit down in peace, and you feel some slight, irritating twitch deep in your anus, and it will all come flooding back. You will feel the regret. You will wish you... you You fuck! Oh man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still pretty baked here. Usually I can do this whole epic rallying the troops speech thing in my sleep. But that hit I took last night fucking wrecked me. Oh, Dalek, you motherfucker!
You're welcome, dude.
Blythe, we already agreed we're going after Erok.
Oh, really? That's great. Is it cool if I come with you guys?
Yes, of course. Just please, go sleep it off, alright? The next mission will be, by far, the most complicated sequence of the entire game. The studio is practically ready to cut their dicks off over how much work is going into the final battle alone.
In other words, it's time for the mandatory RPG break chapter before the big fight. Take 10, everyone.
Hey, Captain? I wanted to say sorry about Erark. I know he was your friend, but I've always had weird doubts about that guy.
What do you think about Blythe?
Well, she's in incredibly good shape for someone her age. Isn't she, like, over 100? I know those cyber-ogs count for something, but man, those shredded abs are all natural. And she's just so intimidating. Is it weird that I kind of want to lick the sweat off her tummy after one of her hard workouts while she tells me I'm pathetic?
If by weird you mean giving me a stiffy, then yes. Looks like you and the General are working together again.
Despite the difficulty of our previous contract, I welcome it. Blythe is the only one here that has truly dedicated her life to the perfection of combat. Though there are other warriors aboard this ship, everyone else is distracted, weak, easy prey.
Who do you think would win in a fight between you and Blythe?
It would mostly depend on the location and rules of the contest.
How about a T-Rena deathmatch?
If I have access to both my rifle and sword, it would be to my advantage. If it were a melee-only contest, I concede it would be in her favor.
Okay. What about some hot oil wrestling and micro bikinis?
Though she is stronger and likely has comparable technique, I am far more adept at fighting in a slippery environment. Also, the oil would render the grip her bionic arm provides nearly useless.
What about a double dildo 69 pussy-pounding steel cage mash? First one to ring the other's bell 10 times wins.
Due to my lack of sexual experience, it is difficult to... You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Of course! Guess you're no longer the ranking MILF on the ship.
Technically, Blythe is a GILF. And I'm no psychologist, but you definitely have some mommy issues to work out. It's good to see you're getting around to it, though perhaps not in the most conventional way.
Can we talk about Erok?
I assume he plans to use my research to create his own army of manticores. Regardless of his intentions, we must end him. Do try and not let your friendship get in the way of our objective.
I can't believe Erok double-crossed us.
Unfortunately, I'm used to my closest friends betraying and trying to kill me, so I can say with confidence that I know just how you're feeling at this very moment.
How did you deal with it?
Deal with it? There's nothing to deal with, Captain. When someone betrays you, all value you hold for them disappears. They just become a name on a list to be eliminated.
That's a bit bleak, ain't it, mate?
Nonsense. Killing someone familiar is much easier. I know all of their weaknesses, and they always wrongly assume that our prior relationship will save them some semblance of suffering. They usually die begging. That's my favorite part.
Looks like Erok fucked us.
What a dick. If only we wiped the Lancunians out back in the day. They were on the Cloy's list. You know, the one with all the species we thought were too ugly to live.
How many species were on that list?
I don't know, maybe like 70%.
Of Prodigium?
You know, when I think about it, that number might actually be a bit on the low side.
Thoughts on Blythe?
Honestly, I think she's compensating for something with the size of that sword. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a severe lack of good, deep dickings in recent past.
What about Erok?
I'm gonna fuck him up right in the ass! Nothing else to say about that.
What the holy hell did you say to Blythe?
That's between us, bro.
Whatever it was, it certainly put her in a good enough to fuck me mood.
You two have a lot of history, huh? Even more than that Erok douche.
Way more. I should have never doubted her.
Yeah, maybe things would have been different. Maybe they would have been worse. Who knows?
You're not gonna get all deep on me again, are ya?
Nah, bro. I'm all deeped out for the duration. The important thing is we've got a very specific ass to kick, and everyone needs to get on board with that, including you.
I can't believe one of me best mates tried to kill me.
Erok is indeed a true bastard. A man that can play the paragon of honor while having nothing but the most sinister of intentions is a man that must be eliminated. He will become far too powerful otherwise.
I still can't figure out why he betrayed us.
We'll find out once I beat the truth out of him. Right before I cut his heart out, of course.
Are you all right, Captain?
I was swell until I found out I had to kill one of my best mates.
The Erarch situation is unfortunate. However, you did gain an old friend back in General Blythe. Perhaps you can consider it an even trade from a logical standpoint.
It's crazy how this whole Blythe situation worked out.
That's one turn of events I definitely didn't see coming. And that doesn't happen often. I still don't totally trust Blythe, but I think on this occasion she let her anger get the best of her. Trust me, lesbian breakups are fucking vicious. Still, it seems like what really got to her most was being backstabbed by Erarch. But you know what? I feel the exact same way. In other words, let's go get that son of a bitch.